What is going on, Pok'e'peeps? Tonight's Great League matches are brought to you by my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TheRangerCurly. Go check it out. I play on that channel at least every week. I usually do hour-long videos, I should say hour-long live streams, excuse me, where I will be doing 2 to 3 sets of 5 matches. In these Great League matches, I was inspired by all the recent Shadow Pokemon that have been popping up. We've got some new Shadow Pokemon. I have some I want to use in future Shadow Pokemon PvP videos, like a Snubble, but I have some XL candies I still need to work on, like 20 or 30 more Snubble XL candies, and I'll be able to bring a Granbull into the Ultra League. But until then, I was inspired. Here is a Shadow team I used in some Great League matches. Starting off, we have a Victribell. As you can see, this Victribell isn't like superb for the Great League PvP IV wise. It's only around 80%, but a Shadow Victribell is still nothing to sneeze at, even at that IV level. Victribell focuses on just hammering things with Razor Leaf for a lot of damage. If you get to the Leaf Blade, you're going to do a massive amount of damage on things that might even resist it. Acid Spray is there as a backup. If you can get a defense drop on an opponent's Pokemon and then Razor Leaf it, it's going to be feeling it no matter what it is. Next up is a Shadow Hypno I got quite a while back. This one is actually very good for PvP at almost 100%. I actually like to run Fire Punch and Thunder Punch with Confusion. Hypnos always run Confusion, but they tend to run one of those punch moves and then either like a Shadow Ball or even Focus Blast. More likely the Shadow Ball. I use Fire Punch and Thunder Punch simply for the coverage. A lot of meta Pokemon are weak to both of those moves. Yeah, Hypno is just an overall great Shadow Pokemon. It's bulky, it hits fairly hard, it just charges slowly, so you gotta be wary of that. Lastly, the final Shadow Pokemon is actually new to me, a Shadow Skuntank. I've never used a Shadow Skuntank before on the stream. This is the first time I was ever using it, and it turned out to be pretty good. Skuntank Shadow isn't the bulkiest, but it does rack up quite a lot of damage with those bites. The bite did not give a lot of energy, so maybe future times I use Skuntank, I'll be using Poison Jab instead to be hitting like the Azumarill for super effective damage. But yeah, Bite and Crunch isn't bad. I was running it for people's other Hypnos and Deoxys. But yeah, it was good. Very good. Let's go check out these matches. First match up against Rosie Bennett. Let's go! They send out a Stunfisk. Alright, so we're going to be doing neutral damage to each other, with the difference being Mudshot is very weak, while Razor Leaf is very strong. But Mudshot gives you energy very quickly, so they're going to get to a charge move very quickly. They're holding onto their energy. I believe they actually counted there and waited for me to get to the Leaf Blade. I'm going to throw my shield. I don't want an Earthquake. Rock Slide. I might have been able to survive that, but I can't be positive. This Leaf Blade will either get the shield or the KO. Let's see what happens. Oh, I get the KO. I'm sure that Galarian Stunfisk had some energy too, so I'm not sure why they didn't shield there. I guess they were just confident in this Venusaur being able to take out my Victribell, which it definitely is. I think they counted again when I got to that Leaf Blade, and they Sludge Bomb just to make sure I'd get taken out. But we actually love this because now they're locked into my Hypno. I can easily Confusion this Venusaur down. I am actually going to see if I can hang on after his Frenzy Plant, and I do. Even Shadow. Hypno is pretty bulky, so this is actually fantastic. They might think I have Fire Punch coming into that Venusaur, but I'm running both punch moves. So they do shield just in case. Oh, I didn't know this is a shiny Pelipper. How wonderful. I decided to send in my Skuntank now, because I would love to just hit that Venusaur with 1 or 2 more Confusions to take it out. I shield here, thank goodness. They weren't baiting. I shield a Hurricane. I'm able to bite the Pelipper down, and they quit. I was definitely going to be able to win this match. Good game. Second match up against the Kebigoon. Cool. Alright, they sent out Azumarill. This is wonderful. Azumarills could be running Ice Beam, but a lead, that's fantastic for us. They send out a Sableye. Actually, I don't really hate this either. You can see the Razor Leaf is chunking this Sableye very well. I'm not even going to need to use a charge move. I do have to use 1 shield, though. I need to survive that foul play, but I'm very easily able to take out the Sableye. Next, they send in a Medicham. I am going to throw an Acid Spray just to lower that defense. Like, their timer should still be going. I took that Sableye down very quickly. I actually get the shield here, so that's wonderful. Good thing I did not use Leaf Blade. So it's time for Victribell to go. I'm not worried about the Azumarill because my Skuntank and Hypno could probably take it. They power up punch me, get that attack boost, good for them. Sending out the Hypno to do some big damage with neutral confusions. And they actually send out the Azumarill. That gets rid of their attack buff, so I'm not exactly sure why they did that. But I am able to Thunder Punch the Azumarill now. So this is looking very good for us. Like, my Skuntank can even come in and probably take out the Medicham with just some bites. I'd have to be careful if it's one of those rare times a Medicham is running Dynamic Punch. But things are going very well. I just took out Shield with a Thunder Punch. I'm going to Shield in return because I think I can get to a Thunder Punch before they can KO my Hypno. Let's see, do they get to that second Ice Beam in time? They do not. So they are going to take this Thunder Punch and it should be a KO. Even without Stab, Hypno will be doing a lot of damage being Shadow. Here comes the Medicham to Revenge KO my Hypno, which honestly is perfect. It's using energy, so I don't have to worry about them using it on my Skuntank. And it was Psychic. I resist Psychic, and I'm able to almost Confusion this down. I wasn't even going to need Skuntank. So they power up, punch my Hypno. They take one bite from the Skuntank, and they are out of there. So far, so great. The Shadow team is. Third match. So far, we're 2 for 2 up against a Lutar. They send out Talonflame. Okay, this is horrible. Hate this. Definitely need to switch. Neither of my Pokemon have an advantage, so I switch into Hypno. Maybe, just maybe, I can throw a Thunder Punch into this Talonflame. I shield expecting a Brave Bird switch, but they actually Flame Charge, so they get that attack boost, and then they run. So I'm able to hit... Oh, I thought I was able to hit my Thunder Punch. I thought I was able to hit my Fire Punch, but I accidentally hit my Thunder Punch. So that was an excellent switch by my opponent. Can I get to at least one Fire Punch? The lag got me there. Did you see that? I was hitting Fire Punch, but the lag got me. So I have to sacrifice a shield if I want to fire my Fire Punch. So will I get the shield or the KO? I get the shield. I'm actually kind of like crossing my fingers here. Can I Confusion the Ninetales down? No, one Confusion away. That's the downside of Confusion. While Confusion hits hard, it hits so slow. So the faster Powder Snow was able to take me out. But I do Revenge KO with my Skuntank. That was them running out the timer. Oh no, it is a Shadow Gardevoir. So being Poison Dark, it's actually doing neutral to me. I get out of there before they KO me. Here comes the Talonflame. This definitely is feeling like their win. They just had the better matchups, man. Yep, there's the Flame Charge. All they gotta do is like tap my Skuntank. Oh, I actually survive an Incinerate and am able to fire a Crunch. Please, sir, will you at least let me take out the Talonflame? Nope, they shielded, did not let me take it out. Alright, good third match. Fourth match, up against a Yotonaki? Huh, that's an interesting name. They send out a Bastiodon. Okay, so this almost looks like a neutral matchup, right? But Bastiodons love to run Flamethrower. So I'm actually kind of at a disadvantage here. Right now, we're kind of doing the same amount of damage to each other, with him definitely doing a little more. I'm going to shield up this Flamethrower. There it is. And I'm going to hope that he wants to take one of my Leaf Blades. So will he shield? I don't even know if this would KO. Bastiodons are so bulky. Okay, he does not shield, and yes, he does survive just fine. But I am able to Razor Leaf it down, so now I have some energy. Can I get to my next Leaf Blade in time? They also have a Shadow Victribell. Look at that. So I'm going to fire my Leaf Blade. They are going to resist it very well, but Victribell is not very bulky, so it does still take a lot of damage. My Shadow Hypno is going to be able to come out and Revenge KO it. They see this and quickly get out of there. I see a Meganium. I'm like sending out my Poison-type Skuntank. This might have been one of those opportunities where like I should have been running Poison Jab instead of Bite. But as you can see, I'm still doing a pretty good job. They fire an Earthquake, so thank goodness I shielded there. I definitely wouldn't have been able to handle that. I fire a Crunch just to make sure I can take out this Meganium. They do still have the 2 shields, however. They do shield this up. I'm gonna bite. They're not able to get to the Earthquake. They must have been very close and they realize there's no way they can take this game. They quit. Great fourth match. We're at 3 wins. Alright, last match of the set. Up against a Sumi Guru. Let us see if we can get that fabled 4th win. They send out a Stunfisk. We've already seen we do a pretty good job against the Stunfisks. We do have to be careful of the earthquakes. This is definitely a rock slide. So I have to decide, do I really want to take the neutral damage here? I do not. So they get my 1 shield. I'm going to get to my Leaf Blade now. So will I get the KO or will I get their shield? Let's see. Oh, I get their shield. They decide to stay in. I'm going to hopefully Razor Leaf this Stunfisk down. Now, this time I decided to run my final shield. I would love to keep the lead advantage. They quickly swap out of there, and it is a Sableye. So, they're going to be able to take me out with a foul play, but I'm either going to KO or take their final shield. I'm going to be able to revenge KO with my Skuntank, hopefully. So, I actually get super close to actually KOing it. I have to be very cautious of a return, but I definitely don't want to foul play into my Hypno, so I send out Skuntank. What are you going to be using, Sableye? A return would do massive amount of damage, but they actually would do foul play. They definitely should have did a return. Alright, so their last mon is a Metachamp, where you are doing neutral damage to it because it is a Psychic fighting. Dark is super effective on Psychic, but not very effective on fighting, thus neutral. They use a power-up punch. I was really hoping to get to a crunch there, but they swap out. So once again, this person has swapped out power-up punch, so they lost their buff. I am decided to swap out my Hypno. I can resist pretty much anything the Medicham has except Ice Punch. My opponent can see that, and they quit. So we got 4 wins with this Shadow team. That was pretty great. I was very unsure of the Skuntank with Bite, but it did not do bad. I still think Poison Jab might be the better option. You would probably want to send out a Skuntank into the Azumarill. So, Fairy type, weak to Poison, Poison Jab. Poison Jab also gives more energy, but as you can see in this video, Bite wasn't a bad option either. We never got the opportunity for a Deoxys or a Hypno matchup into the Skuntank, but still, it was still a very strong Pokemon. So, thank you for joining me tonight. Very short PvP video compared to usual. That's just how Shadow Pokemon work. They hit a very, very hard. If you enjoyed this Shadow Pokemon here, I have a Shadow Machamp video I made just last week where I was running it in the Retro Cup. Go give that a check. I hope you enjoyed the PvP matches, and as always, trainers, happy hunting.